There is good news. There is a new Gigguk video. Like every time there is a new Gigguk video, everyone in my chat tells me I have to watch the new Gigguk video. So we are watching the new Gigguk video.
Remember the good old days where we could follow every anime being released? I don't. You thought you didn't have enough time to follow fall 2022 anime? Well, introducing winter 2023.
Yeah.
Well, we've added an extra 12 shows on top of how many fall had. So that's an extra full season of anime per week. We've got a whole 54 new anime this season.
Okay, but the good news is most suck, so you don't actually have to watch it.
So I'm sure we got some quality stuff, right? Let's see if we got more. Isekai.
Let's go. There's a lot of really bad isekai this season. There are a lot of bad isekai this season.
Isekai, Spy X, Dream Daddy, Girls Thirst Over Man's
Oh, I watched that. Damn.
best friend. Nier Automata. Okay, now we're talking. Nier has one of the most hard-hitting stories in the history of video games.
Yeah.
An incredible, profound, introspective tale exploring philosophy, consciousness that will make you question the meaning of life itself. Let's see how Nier fans are appreciating this incredible story.
This fucking video is so cool. It looks like he's actually in a video game. I grew up playing Dave Mirra and riding bikes, and this looks exactly like the game did. And it's saying he managed.
What? That is so good.
Dave Mirra and riding bikes, and this looks exactly like the game did.
Dude, whoever made this is a legend.
And it's saying he managed to like sync it up so perfectly. And
Every time there's a panty shot, dude just sniffers. Dude pulls an Aiden Ross. This man treats his wife who's like Aiden Ross treats Andrew Tate.
I don't know how he, like, the accuracy of the it's perfect. I don't.
The amount of effort, like this absolute legend. Yeah, baby. I actually did watch a bunch of them. This is not one of them. I don't know what
What's
this
your
is.
favorite Pop-Tart?
Obviously, it's the strawberry one, but there's...
That's such a basic fucking bitch answer.
All right, you want a real answer, Joey?
Yes.
The 2002 tie-in merch Pop-Tarts that came out for the Spider-Man movie.
What are you saying to me?
You know, sometimes all you need in a show is some dumb, bloody fun. And this show
I
about
do
a
like
group
dumb,
of
bloody
betrayed
fun.
samurai taking revenge on their revengees called Revengers seems to be exactly that.
Yeah.
Yen the Butcher Urabuchi is
No.
back, baby.
He wrote this? I'm gonna watch it.
We got the blood, we got the action, we got the violence. We don't got Tokyo in the name, that's probably why more people aren't watching this. If you like your anime with a spice of revenge on the side,
Bro, I'm
just
gonna
look
watch
at how
this.
hard this guy gets revenge.
Okay, a lot of you don't know who Gen Urobuchi is because he hasn't been in the anime industry for a long time. Gen Urobuchi is the absolute genius behind the writing of Madoka Magica and Fate Zero and Psychopaths. The dude is an actual legend.
Revenge.
That's the sound I make every time someone on Twitter, quote, retweets my tweet. Every time someone on Twitter shows a screenshot of the April Fool's video I made like 6 years ago and I told people to say nipple and I told people to say the N-word. Twitter likes to own me on that one. Like once a week, that tweet goes viral. That's the sound I make when I see that tweet.
God damn, that guy did some revenging.
I was reborn as Seika Lamp Rouge. Lamp Rouge? This is a Code Geass reference?
At this point, I'm just convinced some isekai are AI generated, because there is no way the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world isn't a title written by ChatGPT. Black hair, overpowered protag, a harem, that fucking scene where they go to magic school and everyone's surprised the main character can do magic without any incantation. This has it all, or wait, are we missing something?
No! Dude, it's just the isekai trope. Every isekai.
And there it is!
Yeah, baby! Isekai without slavery is like Twitter without mentally unstable creators getting canceled.
Can't have a good isekai without a bit of slavery. Just, why is this a trope? When did this become a staple of isekai anime? I swear to God, if I see one more anime with slavery,
There are more in
slavery.
this.
Now this is
Okay, that's different slavery. I'm just gonna say that's good slavery, but that's not how I meant it. I mean, it's a good story. I meant it's a good story. No, don't cancel me.
the good shit. Vinland Saga is back with
So
Studio
good.
Mappa this time.
So good. Vinland Saga is so good, and people are complaining about the that it changed studios and the animation is not as good or whatever, but it is so
On their
good.
way to collecting every single anime franchise to ever exist. They seem to be doing an excellent job taking the mantle from Studio Wits once again. This looks like it's truly gonna do justice to the legendary source material. Stardew Valley. Alright, we also got...
Yeah.
Fuck, how many more sequels do we have here? Tokyo Revengers 2, Nagatoro's second attack.
All right, I did not start Tokyo Revengers 2. I did watch the original Tokyo Revengers.
Bungo Stray.
I did not start Nagatoro 2. I did watch the original Nagatoro. I found it cringe. Bungo Stray Dogs 4. I did watch the first 2 seasons of Bungo Stray Dogs, and I loved it. I need to watch the third.
Stray Dogs 4, Rising of the Shield Lol.
I did not watch the whole Rising of the Shield Lolly. I actually dropped Rising of the Shield Lolly, even though it was kind of cute.
2, Inspector 2, Danmachi
I didn't even watch that.
4. I think
Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons of Danmachi. I just kind of got lost.
there are more sequels in this one season than all the anime in some older seasons, but all that doesn't matter because Anos the Giga Chad Voldigoat has returned to take his crown once more.
Yeah!
It doesn't seem that different from every isekai protagonist. Oh, I'm sorry. How many other anime protagonists do you know that's won a war, had his first kiss, killed a guy with a heartbeat, got his own harem, is the strongest in
Everything you just said happened in Overlord.
the world, had 10,000 kids
Oh.
when he was 1 month old? Well,
Okay, Overlord, I'll still give Overlord the dub. Overlord does all of those things. Maybe not the 10,000 kids when he's 1 year old thing, but it is. It's like the isekai. He's the dude. He's overpowered. He literally killed people with a heartbeat. Overlord did all of those things.
looks like we got some fairy slaves this time. Gentlemen and ladies, are we not all tired of slavery in our fantasy anime? Yeah. Do we not all agree? Slavery
Damn.
is bad?
Damn, the one take even most people on Twitter agree with.
Well, have no fear. I shall put a stop to this endless cycle of slavery.
And now you're gonna do that?
With more slavery.
Let's go!
Well, looks like we got ourselves a cute little shoujo about a girl and a worker fairy. That's what they called in the show.
Worker fairies! Yeah, I didn't watch this one.
That's totally different. She's innocent. Just look at her innocently buying this fairy in a market that traffics fairies.
Such a bargain and proper nice as well.
Honestly though, that aside, it's good to
sir.
see more shoujo anime coming out now, and this looks gorgeous. I'm loving the watercolor style background and character designs. If you're one of the many OG starved shoujo fans in the modern day, this might be one for you.
Alright. Didn't watch it.
Man
the Tomo-chan as a girl?
on suspicion of murder.
My bros, it's starting.
My God.
The era of tomboys is upon
Yeah,
us. Short hair,
Tomo-chan is a girl.
cute fangs, check. Muscles, check. Neuron activation, double check. If any man here wishes to join our church of tomboys today, you need just utter the holy phrase.
Love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
Girls, if you think the worst thing he can say is no, we got Tomo-chan is a girl. A tomboy so friendly, so completely overpowering. She gets bro-zoned. This looks pretty cute, actually. You could have just said this
It
was
is cute.
Tomboy
It is a
Nozaki-kun,
cute
and
one.
that's all you needed to say, baby. We got assassination
Nani?
classroom.
Okay, I feel like there are so many hentai that do that though. Like, my only complaint with Tomo-chan as a girl, hentai do it better. Did I just out myself for something?
Except the girls try to become spies in an organization based entirely around cute anime girls. I like to call this
That's basically VTubers.
aesthetic. Wait, this isn't a gacha game adaptation? You know, after Licorice Recall, I'm getting a bit concerned now about just how many nations have decided to put their entire national security on the back of adorable anime girls. When Kaguya-sama first aired, it asked the question, what happens if two tsunderes like each other? But now, the ice guy and his cool female colleague
That's a show title? The ice guy and his cool female colleague?
asks, what happens if two kuderes like each other? And I
damn.
think I have the answer. Black
Nothing
holes with the mass of
happens.
our sun
Literally
will take
nothing
10,000
happens.
billion years to evaporate. 0.0000001% of its mass. Meaning, black holes will be around for more years after the last star has died than there are atoms in the observable universe.
Cool,
They will
cool.
be
Yeah,
the
alright.
oldest thing left in the dying universe. Only
Except
second to
for two kuderes that love each other.
these two getting a step closer to confessing.
Yeah! Thank you, Gigguk, for that analogy. Oh.
Jumping straight off the Spy X Family hype train, we have Buddy Daddies,
Spy X Family was so good.
showing what would happen if John Wick had a bring your daughter to work day. This is kind of like Spy X Family, except Anya's parents aren't casually bringing her along while they murder groups of people, or assassinating her biological dad right in front of her. This is a family-friendly
Oh,
show,
damn.
right? Ignoring this 4-year-old's incoming repressed trauma, this one's pretty cute actually, and a lot of that is down to how good of a job they're doing at portraying this kid. I think they did an even better job than Anya, making her feel like a kid. Forget
Okay,
your
well, Anya was a psychic. That was the comedy.
Perfectly crafted birth rate fixing anime daughters. This is the real deal because sometimes she's just an annoying little shit, ain't she?
I mean, so is Anya. Yeah,
I want to
murdered.
apologize.
Now, this is one I was most excited about.
Oh, let's go. Trigun Stampede looks so cool.
Our Trigun Stampede. If you got into anime in the same generation I did, Trigun was probably one of the first anime you watched.
It
so
is.
I
I
couldn't
love
be
Trigun.
more excited to see this reimagining from Studio Orange. You got a sci-fi desert setting of Dune meets Clint Eastwood, some good old-fashioned spaghetti western action. Vash is just
Dude, look how cool that looks. Look how smooth that animation is.
Eastwood, some good old-fashioned spaghetti western action.
Dude, do you see that? It just looks so good.
It's just as goofy and charismatic as ever. For all the radical changes they've made compared to the originals, I've enjoyed the first few episodes immensely. Now let's talk about 3D. Once again, Studio Orange is proving why they are the king of 3D anime. You can say you don't dig the style, but you can't say that this is a badly animated show.
It's like you compare this to some of the old 3D stuff.
The insane dynamic action shots, the character animations, and little micro expressions they have. Nothing feels rigid or stiff. For a 3D show, this looks more expressive than most 2D anime. On a purely visual front, Studio Orange have upped their game once again, continuing to break all preconceptions about CGI anime. My only concern is if this style will be able to capture the darker sides of the story if it is even remotely following what came before.
Dude, if it skips out on the dark sides of the story, then it's a failure.
I recognize that city from anywhere. This is a fantasy anime. Let's see what's going on in this fantasy world.
Let's go, idols.
What the fuck?
We got a group of fantasy misfits.
This is a good one. I actually like this one. All right. Hear me out. This one is actually good. As far as like the random fantasy ones where the guy gets betrayed, this is actually a good one. Because it's a group of 4 people in different groups that each get betrayed for different reasons. They all hate humanity so much that they join a group. That they join each other as haters of humanity. This one is actually underrated.
That have been thrown out of their original groups to band together to create an outcast group. I don't know why I find this so amusing, but the main protagonist's name is Nick. Yes, Nick.
Let's go.
I don't know why I find that so funny. And here we have the whole
I've heard funnier names.
Hall of Fame of the most iconic characters of all time. Goku, Naruto, Saitama. Fucking Nick, innit? If you ever think you're failing in romance in life, remember this guy just snagged the prettiest girl in class who shows up at his door, cleans his room, takes care of him, and cooks him the perfect meals every day, and all he had to do was give her an umbrella.
Let's go!
That's it!
It should have been me, not him!
That was just a joke though. See, that's not me. I'm in a happy relationship and this is way too pure and wholesome for my tastes. Just look at how innocently she takes care of him and cooks for him and cleans for him. Disgusting.
Oh, damn.
This relationship is so wholesome. No guy would ever want that in their own lives. Okay, Sydney, you can put the gun away now. Oh, here we go. Another show in the teasing genre. Now we're talking. That last show was way too pure. I've seen enough Nagatoro to know where this
Yeah, I didn't watch this one.
is going. Wait a minute.
Oh.
This is just more wholesome!
Is there absolutely no horny this season? Come on, it must be.
Dude, there's the one where the guy turned into the dog of his crush. There's that one this season.
Somewhere. Oh boy, it's time for the era of 2D horniness to enter the anime community. Nier Automata is one of the most beloved action JRPGs of modern times, so a lot of fans will be watching this closely with judging eyes, and so far, it's pretty good. The action looks decent.
Go.
They are doing my gal 2B justice in every department.
I only heard complaining on Twitter. To be fair, you only hear about complaining on Twitter. You don't hear anything positive on Twitter. I actually didn't try this because I saw so much negativity. I am going to give it a shot. So Revengers and Nier Automata.
Even looks really good. For a PS2 game, it seems like this is on course for a decent adaptation so far.
All right.
But Nier is one of the most profound and amazing video game experiences of all time. But part of the reason it works is because the creator is a fucking madman. So much of Nier's insane experience is tied to the crazy way Yoko Taro decided to integrate it into the gameplay. You complete the game, he forces you to replay it not once but twice to get the full story. It has 26 possible endings. Some of the shit in Nier is even out there for a lot of gamers, so I'm not sure how well the Nier Automata experience can be translated to a TV series. But either way, I'll be very curious to see how they continue to adapt. Oh. Oh,
Delays.
this must be that secret anime original ending. 2 years ago, Studio Bind
No,
blasted
no,
onto the scene
they stopped it. They didn't get. You're joking.
with Mushoku Tensei, and this season they are back with Oshimai, which is
I
unironically
didn't
and
try
perhaps a bit
this.
worryingly one of the best animated shows this season. I'll be honest, I've heard from manga readers
I'm
this
now
is
your
meant to be an
sister.
innocent, wholesome show, but there is some sussy-wussy anime bullshit going on in the background here. Because at the end of the day,
Dude,
it's
it's amazing. There's literally Among Us references in every single Gigguk season recap.
about an unemployed degenerate man who wakes up one day to find himself as a cute young anime girl. Yes, that's right.
Oh.
They've made a story about a Discord mod turning into his own profile picture.
It should have been me!
That's a good joke.
Kakiguri is back and they just can't seem to get away from the casino setting, can they? My man's out here casually getting a royal flush, which has a 0.000154%
Dude, my man's he's just busting out the statistics on this video.
chance of happening, or as a gacha gamer would call it, rather good odds. This looks like a dopey,
damn.
fun action
Nice.
series where everyone has a different bullshit power depending on whatever playing card they have. You got this girl, who has the power of Thai food. Then Americans be like, this is looking like it could be a lot of fun, but I think more people will be watching it if they just went ahead and called this Card Captor JoJo. Alright, where's all these
Damn, I
guys?
would watch it if it was called Card Captor JoJo.
Season.
Did someone say he's the guy?
Nah, I think this
There's
is
a
a
lot
normal
of them.
fantasy. Finally, a fantasy anime that goes, we don't need to copy every other fantasy isekai world to ever be made. Let's copy Attack on Titan instead.
Let's go!
I kid. This is more Monster Hunter than it is Attack on Titan. I'm always excited to see promising anime original projects, and this one has yet to fully show its cards, so I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on this. If not only to keep
Dude, that
track
was
of...
an Elden Ring reference.
And this one has yet to fully show its cards, so...
Dude, that's just
I'm definitely
Malekith. This man managed to get the Rune of Death from Elden Ring.
be keeping a close eye on this, if not only to keep track of how they handle the relationship between the main duo of this older guy and the younger looking teenage
Oh, that's terrifying.
girl.
Oh no. Oh, Twitter's not gonna like this. Oh, Twitter. Yeah, base holder guy. Let's go. No YouTuber would ever do that.
あれは1回でいいんだよ。
もしもしポリスメン
This one is so boring. If he's oh god. Is this the one I'm thinking
Now
of?
here's an isekai concept I can get behind. What's the
No,
best
that's not-
way to save up for early retirement?
That's not the one I was thinking of. There's an isekai this season of a guy that gets trapped in another world and he could choose anything for the other world and he chooses to become a farmer and he just literally farmed. And it's like 15 chapters of manga until they introduce another character. The first 15 chapters are just him literally farming.
Just embezzle your money to another world. You know, we've had enough morally correct power fantasy protagonists. I'm glad there's finally a girl who's showing us what isekai was always meant to be about.
Dude, did you see the new JoJo's series, JoJo's Part 9, where the main character, Joe Dio's dream is to just become a millionaire? My man literally pooping all over socialists today.
Escaping the IRS. Holy Jesus, how many more isekai fantasy shows do we have this season? We got an actual farming isekai this time.
So bad. So
And where they
bad.
do real farming
So
instead of killing
boring.
dragons with carrots or whatever
So
the hell
boring,
this
bro.
is. I know you think you've seen every ridiculous isekai power-up imaginable, but campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill has introduced possibly the most overpowered ability an isekai protagonist has ever acquired. Amazon Prime. Chilling in my 30s
God.
after getting
This one's so bad too. This one is also not very good. Chilling in my Fermies Record of Ragnarok did get a season 2. Yes, chat. This dude chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army, that's the full name, is not good.
fired from the Demon King's army. Finally, an isekai protagonist with a worthless power IQ. Being 30.
要するに無能だ。
There's yet another see about an otome game, Villainess. To its credit, this one has a pretty unique premise. Instead of a girl getting isekai'd into an otome game, the in-game characters can actually hear their players' Let's Play commentary as the voice of God. We finally got
That's hilarious.
lock-picking lawyer in another world.
Yeah,
Dude
I
gets
saw this
isekai
one.
just to find himself opening chests for his party. Reborn to the Master of Blade, from Hero King to Extraordinary Squire, looks alright actually. It's always refreshing to see dragons that not only aren't CG, but looks
True.
good. And I can say that about the rest of this show as well. It looks way better than it has any right to be, but with so many isekai and fantasy shows airing this season, I might actually have to be selective with which shows I watch, which is why I've had to put all my chips into one isekai pick this season. It would probably be this. The magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and young genius lady.
The magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady. Do you even hear this?
May sound like a title designed to give your brain an aneurysm, but it's a show that instantly charms you into its world and characters.
I
It's
didn't
one of
watch
those
this
shows that actually tries to tell a classic fantasy story over doing bullshit isekai stuff, and a lot of this is down to the protagonist being an absolute force of nature.
Damn. I didn't watch this one. Okay, let's go.
I am convinced she's the reincarnation of Chisato in a fantasy world, because she takes over any scene with her infectious energy. But I know, there's a lot of isekai this season. What is this show doing that's
maybe I'll watch this one too.
More special than every other isekai airing right now? Gay girls, isn't it?
Let's go. Wait, what? He didn't talk, bro, you didn't talk about transformed into a girl. Didn't talk, it's the dog one. That's literally the most iconic anime of the season. Dude, I love his season recaps because I feel like he gets to talk about a lot of the stuff that I just wouldn't try, or the stuff that I just have the Twitter reaction. And honestly, Twitter should not have any business giving me any form of advice. Thank you for your service, Gigguk. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.